with today, like always, or like I'm trying to remember to do, I shouldn't say always, is table topics, and these were bought by my sister a long time ago when I was attempting to be good at talking to people. I stopped trying to do that. It didn't work out for me. But I got these table topics, and it's from I got these table topics, and they're from a thing called Toastmasters. Toastmasters was like an organization that's supposed to help people to be better at public speaking, that kind of thing. I never officially joined any Toastmaster group, but I did hang out in a few. I just kept showing up. They're like, "Are you ever gonna join?" I'm like, "No, maybe." I never did. It very much felt like it was, if you needed to public speak in a corporate way, then you should join Toastmasters. If you have a social anxiety, join Toastmasters. I wonder if there's some Toastmasters around me. I mean, I'm sure there are. At the time, I was living in Seattle. I'm getting myself some tea. At the time, I was living in Seattle, and they were like, you could go to a Toastmasters every day if you want. And there were a couple times, more than a couple times, where I just showed up to different ones during the week. Toastmasters here, Toastmasters there. That was the great thing about living in a city. So the idea of Toastmaster, well, the table topics part of Toastmasters was someone would tell you, hey, here's a question or a random thing, and then you're supposed to, off the top of your head, just speak for a minute to a minute and a half to work on your speaking extemporaneously skills. What would you call that? Your work on your improv. Why does my brain just not work sometimes? And see, that's the thing. I thought my problem was social anxiety. It was, but it was also autism, and it was also ADHD. It's one of the reasons why when I speak here, and when I'm recording these videos, my brain shuts down multiple times. Anytime I'm attempting to remember a word, or a phrase, or a thing that happened, or usually a word, come back, computer. I need you. I'm gonna hit the button that starts the 1 minute timer. I'm gonna read the thing. I'm gonna do it the opposite though. Read the thing, then hit the button. How would you like to spend your elder years? That's the topic. How would I like to spend my elder years? Somewhere not here. I'm in South Carolina. I would like to hope that I won't be worried about money, but I probably will be. And even if I get money, if my parents die, maybe they leave me a bunch of money, I probably will still be worried. I'll be like, oh man, at any moment, I'm gonna be destitute, because that's what I do. I've thought I would like to travel. I have traveled, so I'd like to be somewhere else. I'd like to... What I'd like to do right now, basically. I'd like to have friends, have places to go, people to see, and, coffee shops to hang out in, where I can doodle, and people will go, oh, that's a nice little doodle. A minute has passed. I'd like to have a relationship. I would like to think that I wouldn't be alone in my elder years. So I go to door 284, it's one of these, and this isn't the other thing. And that was for the Burger King. So I don't know how much money I'm getting for either one. I know both together how much I'll get. I don't know why that matters to tell you. So I get there and it's a meet at the door. Like whenever you drop off for food, it either says, meet at door, ask for a PIN number, or it just says leave at the door. I love leaving at the door. I love that. And when you leave at the door, you take a picture. Just take a picture, walk away. No hand to the customer. I don't want to see you. I don't want to know who you are. So it says me to the door, and I have to get the PIN number. And this is another one. I'm just like, oh man. Sometimes Uber will ask you to meet at the door, or it will ask the customer to give me the PIN number. Should I just leave that off? No, man. So the combination. When I saw the combination, get the PIN number and go to Red Roof Inn, I was like, oh, this is not good. This is not good. And I knock on the door. Nothing. I knock again. Nothing. Like, oh crap. I message. I say, hey, I'm here. I have arrived. There's a button you can just push. I have arrived. I push that button. I wait. I push the button again. Nothing. I need the pin. And it's not showing red, right? So I need the pin. I call. It has the actual number. Oh, call 513 blah blah blah. It was for some place in New York. They're from New York. Fuck those people. Those New Yorkians coming down, those Yankees coming down to South Carolina and bothering me. I will bring you your food. Come and get it. So I call again, no pickup. Doesn't pick up. I'm just like, and this was, I'm in a hotel, but you got food coming. I assume it tells you that it needs your PIN number. So I go through, I'm like trying to find how to not cancel the order, but I'm trying to find how to bypass the PIN, and there is a way to do that. I hate doing that because if it's asking for a PIN, I don't want to be, I don't want them to be like, oh, he didn't get it, or they didn't leave it at the right place. And it's so frustrating. It takes so much time to, going and doing these things quickly is kind of how you make the money. So when I give you the food, I just want to give the food or take a picture, walk away, do whatever. So I'm going through all these menus. Finally I see the something and I press it and it says cancel, and I say yes, and I say, oh fuck, I'm not gonna get the money for that. And maybe I should have just taken, it was like a single hamburger or something like that. I don't know, the weight of the bag and how small the bag was, it seemed like a single hamburger or cheeseburger or something. Or this person just had to get their freaking Burger King, and I didn't really care how far away it was because of the amount of money that I was going to be making. But I drove a long ways for this stupid Burger King. Ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And it was 2 orders anyways, and that was part of it. I was like, so if I'm delivering another order, 2 orders, the first order, I want to get quick so I can get to the next person and give it to the next person. I kind of over care about a lot of this. So from there, oh man, it's still turned off. one of those, and I look down at the order, whatever, the screen, and it just says 1870. Doesn't say ABCD, so I'm message like, hey, I'm here, I've arrived. I need the letter, because I don't know where you're at. I don't know how to give this to you. I'll just leave it at the door. I just need the letter. Let me know. Again, nobody reads it. I call. Nobody picks up the phone. And luckily this was like a relatively small group of buildings. And I think it was really ABCD. It was not, EFGH, it wasn't long. It was just, everything was attached. So there's 4 doors. This is 1870. And I'm like, okay, well, and I put the order down on the steps, took a picture that included the address or building number or whatever, and then I wrote the comment like, don't know the letter, could you put the letter next time? I said something, I didn't say in a mean way, but just help me out, help me, everyone, be considerate. I just want to get your effing food to you. That's all I want to do. I just want to do the job that you want. This is, again, okay, I remember when I left that building. I remember I'm sitting at the light right outside of the apartment complex, or that whole complex, whatever it was called, townhouse complex. And I'm at the light, and I'm like, listen, I don't get delivery for myself, partially because it's really expensive compared to just going and getting it yourself, or just eating peanut butter sandwiches. But besides that, I would have so much anxiety. I would be checking. I would be like, oh my god, did I put the right address in? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay. But what if they don't get to me? What if something bad happens? What if they can't get it to me? What if I would be cycling until they left the food at the door. And I would be in a state of panic the entire time. And I don't want everyone else to be in a state of panic. But I do want them to be a little bit more worried enough to check, and then maybe double check, just to make sure you got everything in there. And another one happened after that. This was like the weirdest day, where just assholes. At this point, it literally is just the people that are still ordering these delivery service things. They're too used to it. It was better when it was like an unusual thing, because now people are just ordering and they're like, I forgot that I ordered something. So here's one. I have somebody's order. see if it works. I've delivered to boat docks before. I've delivered to yachts before. Because every once in a while there are multiple harbors. I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, so there's multiple harbors. There's places where every once in a while there'll be some like incredibly rich, fancy yacht person. And so I get there, I park the car, I get out, I'm kind of like looking around, and I get onto my phone and I try to message, and I'm like, Anna, or actually I try to put in the something without going into it, and that didn't work. And then finally I'm like, yeah, so I don't know where you want me to be, like, this address is weird, and where do you want me to go? And then the order cancels, and I'm like, what? And so when somebody else on their end, it doesn't happen once in a blue moon, even though like literally like 3 weeks ago somebody else did it. But normally, I mean, it hasn't happened in forever. But yeah, when someone cancels the order, you literally just go, the order's canceled, like what, okay, so now I just have her order, and I'll eat it later. So, and I mean, I kinda don't, it ended up for her, it would be $13.24, ordered from Platia, I never know how to say that, Platia Greek goodness. So, she got a gyro, or a gyro, also don't know how to say that, and y'all, oh, lamb, oh man, oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna eat that. Oh, like a little baby. Really upset about this. I mean, I'm a meat eater, but man, I don't want to eat a little baby lamb. I was a vegetarian for a while. I was a vegetarian in my early 20s. Because I was like, you know what, I don't know how I feel about eating these animals. Let me think about it for a while. Which ended up being like many years. I was good at not eating animals. I just was like, man, most of the time I don't eat animals anyways. Just get my protein from peanut butter sandwiches. So, not only it said you will get paid when it cancels, it says don't worry, you will be paid for this delivery. And sometimes you even get the tip. I guess maybe the person on the other end maybe feels bad or doesn't go in and take the tip away, or maybe, yeah, or they just don't give a shit about money. I don't know. I mean, this is how cheap I am. I'm like, with $13, that's insane. I mean, it is, but you like, why are you paying for something? Make sure that I have the right address, because I'm sure what happened was that she had that put. It looked like it was basically a tour company. So Anna probably works for a tour company, and you know, touring around the docks, and maybe she'll get things sent there or something at times, or something. Because that's happened a few times recently, where somebody sends me to their workplace, and then they're like, oh shit, what I needed you to come to my home, and I'm sending you to my work. And twice recently, they'd like contact me and go, oh, can you come to my home? I put the wrong address. this is how, it's not, I feel like I should eat it. Because I'm so culturally, I've traveled, I've gone to like Thailand and stuff, and Vietnam and Laos, and, but I have, in terms of my, what's it called? Your food, the food that you've eaten, I'm culturally really stupid about food. What even is a gyro? Hold on, let me look at this. I don't know why I was so delicate with that. I was like, oh my goodness, let me just try. Just rip the thing open. Super into meat, but it does smell good. Like it's got that like French fry. It's got French fries and with I'm sure very nice. Is that what a typical gyro? Wow, God, cultural stupidity of let's look online. The cultural stupidity of myself of reigning inside. You'll all find out what an idiot. Gyros, sometimes, I guess that one is called a gyro, and I'm sure it's called a gyro or something. It is a calque of the Turkish donor from Donmek. The fuck, that's his name. Sorry. The name comes from, it is a calque, or a loan translation of the Turkish donor from Donmek, also meaning turn. In Athens and other parts of southern Greece, the skewered meat dish, elsewhere called souvlaki, is known as kalamaki, while souvlaki is a term used generally for gyros. Let me be pronounced. Gyro. Is that what you need to say? I got upset. I looked at this. Okay, gyro sometimes anglicizes gyro. I feel like if I went up to someone that was like getting their gyro, they made gyros, and I'm like, hey, I want a gyro. I feel like they'd laugh at me. Is that how you say it? Oh, right. That's not helpful at all. YouTube. Like, I can't read how you're supposed to say things. How to say gyro. Or gyro. There we go. Turn the audio on for this. Let's see how loud it is.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this dish from Greece originally, from Greek cuisine, made from meat cooked on a vertical rotisserie, a little bit like shawarma and tacos al pastor. It is derived the lamb-based doner kebab, which is made in Turkey. So that's a little bit the Greek equivalent to the Turkish doner kebab. So how do you go about pronouncing the name of this dish with the typical Greek pronunciation? Yi. The G is not pronounced like a G in Greek. Simply say yi and then ro. You do want to roll your R rather strongly. Gyro, 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 gyro dish. Delicious gyro dish from Greece.
Gyro. I can't roll my R's. Gyro. 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 Cannot do it. Cannot do it. I feel like they'd laugh at me. I want a gyro. You fucking white. What? I mean, I guess Greeks are white people. But, sometimes, I feel like sometimes nobody's white people. And that's okay. And Greek euros is a nominative. I remember looking that up before, but it's been long enough that I forgot, because I was always worried. I was like, what if somebody asked me that maybe I'm hanging out with someone, and they're like, let's go get some Greek food, and then I have to order Greek food, but then I don't know how to say the Greek food name. And for a second, for a while now, I'll remember, but I won't be, I'll be so nervous. Oh, gyro, don't laugh at me. Gyros is made in a similar manner to other dishes, such as the Arab shawarma. Oh, I mean, I guess that's how you say it, shawarma. See, I overthink every time I go, and I guess I threw the back way. Every time I ask for names, like, you go up to the counter and say, I'm here to pick up a delivery order for, Anna. I will overthink how to say any name. I picked up a name that was T-A-I, and the first thing that I thought was Thai, T-A-I, but it's like Tay, and I'm like, I don't know, I overthink names, and I freak out. I don't freak out, but it bothers me. So yeah, I got a free gyro, and I'm sure it'll be tasty if I eat it. Poor little lamb. Sorry, little guy. You've already been killed. What torture did they put you through? It's horrible. When I was getting out of my vegetarian phase, one of the things that I decided for a while was that I didn't want to eat intelligent things. Because I was like, well, why would I, if someone was like, hey, do you want to eat this dog? I would be like, no, I don't want to fucking eat a dog. But why? And I thought, it isn't good enough in my mind. It isn't good enough for it just to be like, oh, those are our pets. We don't eat pets, and we don't eat dogs. And cats, right? So, in my mind, I'm like, well, what separates a dog from a cow or from a whatever? And as I've learned, I think cows are relatively, they might not be as smart as dogs, but they can be smart. But at the time, I thought, well, maybe a thing that I'm cool with, I'm fine with eating a chicken because a chicken's a moron, and I'm not fine with eating a dog because a dog is smart, and they're intelligent, and you can see their emotions. Do chickens have emotions? Does a chicken get gloomy? Sorry, there's a little fly going around here. Does a chicken get gloomy? Does a chicken have depression? Does a chicken get happy? A chicken is a moron. Utter fool. I've never seen a chicken solve a mathematical equation. So there you go. Can a chicken recognize itself in the mirror? Dogs sometimes can, not all the time. Dolphins can. That's why we don't want to eat dolphins, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, what else don't we want to eat? Like, we don't like to eat dolphins. We don't want to eat whales. We don't want to eat veggies are conscious. Maybe veggies are conscious. Maybe tomatoes are conscious. And I'm eating their food. I'm eating the tomato. What if the tomato had thoughts? And what if the universe is conscious and we're all just eating each other? All the different parts of the universe are just eating each other, and maybe I'm fine. Maybe you could just eat a person, Fine. And I'm like, hey, what if I was on a ship in the middle of the ocean and there was another person and they died? Would I eat the person? And I think, maybe I mean, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't want to. But like they're dead already. These are the things that I went into in my mind. I'm like, I gotta really figure out this vegetarian thing. And I went in being a vegetarian. I came out, I'm like, you know what, I gotta eat a human at some point. Maybe. Main ingredients in the gyro: meat, pork, chicken, beef, or lamb. Oh, so meat, and then it says the meats. Pork, chicken, beef, or lamb. I feel like the only ethical meat you should be able to eat is chicken. Those motherfuckers are stupid. They are the dumbest animal. That's why you eat the tuna. The chicken of the sea. No one's crying over tuna. But they're crying over dolphins, right? Right. I am right. History. Let's go and learn about the gyro. So I thought there was a little bit of it there, like gyro, but barely gyro. No, silent. I'm sick of all these words with silent letters. They need to stop it. Grilling a vertical spit of stacked meat and slicing it off as it cooks was developed in Bursa in 19th century in the Ottoman Empire. Really? I would think that it was like further back than that. After the 1922-23 population exchange between Greece and Turkey, the Greeks brought their variation with them to Greece. Following World War II, gyros made with lamb, was present in Athens, called doner kebab by some restaurants. It was likely introduced by immigrants from Anatolia and the Middle East. The Greek version is normally made with pork and served with tzatziki and became known as gyros. By 1970, gyros wrapped were already a popular fast food in Athens as well as in Chicago and New York City. At that time, although vertical rotisseries were starting to be mass-produced in the U.S. by Gyros Inc. of Chicago, the stacks of meat were still handmade. There were several claimants to have introduced the first mass-produced gyros in the United States, all based in the Chicago area in the early 1970s, and of Greek descent. One of them, Peter Parthenis, has said that the mass-produced gyros was first conceptualized by John and Margaret Garlick. John Garlick was a Jewish car salesman who later ran a restaurant featuring live dolphins. Couldn't get away with that now, Jewish car salesman named John Garlick. What an interesting last name. I want the last name of Garlick. The Halifax Donair in Canada, which was based on the Greek gyros, was invented in the 1970s by Peter Galamakos. Originally from Greece, he started selling Greek gyros, a pita stuffed with grilled lamb and tzatziki, from his restaurant located off the Bedford Highway. Is tzatziki, is that the french fries looking thing? No, that's not. That's like a dip or soup. Appetizer, side dish. Okay. cuisines of Southeastern Europe and West Asia. Good to know. All very important things to know. I feel that is one thing. It took me forever before I ever ate my first, whatever it's called for Japanese, rice, the egg, not egg roll, the rice and the seaweed and the oh my god, again, it's like ADHD, I can forget the weirdest words, and sushi, it's fucking sushi, that's what I was thinking, the rice and the seaweed and the sushi. Took me a long time. Like, I'm not from a very, in this area, it wasn't very international. You wouldn't get, I mean, even back, like, it's so funny because sushi isn't even thought of as, like, an international food at this point. It's just sushi. Like, you should just have sushi. And now sushi's all over the place. But sushi really wasn't a big thing when I was growing up. Definitely not around here. You know, I'm sure it was on the West Coast, of course. Maybe I was just an idiot. Again, I feel so embarrassed that I'm talking about this. I'm revealing how incredibly uncultured I am when it comes to food. I don't understand the people that, they're like, I want to travel and I just want to eat the foods of the cultures of the world. Like, I travel and I ate some random things. I ate some fun things. You know, I ate different Thai food, and Thai food that you wouldn't normally probably get around in a regular Thai restaurant. But, you know, okay. You know, see, here's the thing. Safe food. You get older, you can eat new food. You'll be like, I never ate this before, and then jerks will be like, you've never eaten that before, and you'll be like, no. Okay, I was saving it until my 50th birthday or something like that. I'm 50. I can finally enjoy Greek food. Let's find out what it's like. You know, and at 60, if I make it to 60, the nice thing that I'm gonna do for myself if I make it to 60 is I'll eat some, I'll finally try sushi for the first time at 60. That's what everyone should do. Or not, maybe that's a really stupid idea. Okay, everyone.